Hey there, internets. Welcome to Expired Films. Today we're going to try something just a little bit different. I've been kind of in a rut lately for things to shoot, and so I decided I would take a chance to use something called the Randonautica app. So this is an app that uses a quantum random number generator to send you to as close to a random location as it can. And I'm just kind of having an idea of I'd like to change up my pace a little bit, shoot something new and interesting, and we'll see what comes of it. Some people have kind of mundane and boring experiences. Some people find some weird, creepy stuff. It may be a little bit of blue car syndrome. Once you start looking for them, you see them everywhere. But I'm going to use it to find some new photographic subjects, and hope you come along with me, and hopefully it'll be a fun adventure. So I'll see you guys back shortly. Hey folks, this is Kevin from Expired Films, and that wasn't too long a break, so let's give this a try. So the way that Randonaut works is it provides a quantum random number generator, and with that sends you to as close to a random place as we can probably produce. So let's give it a try and see where we're going today. First thing we're going to do is click the Randonaut button. Here we have anomaly, attractor, void, and pseudo. So an attractor is when it rolls several random numbers, the densest spot that it picks of those points. Void would be the opposite, the least dense, kind of a hole in the points that it places. An anomaly is the strongest of the two, and pseudo point, which I later learned, is if there aren't attractors or anything in the area, it picks a random point that sends you, it's pseudo random rather than actually random. So let's go with an anomaly, the strongest of the two, and see where that can take us. I checked this earlier. The ANU is the Australian National University quantum random number generator, and the temporal one is based on your device's CPU. So ANU seems to be the closest to an actual random number. One of the things that's a little bit fun, maybe it's a little bit woo or consciousness influencing the random number generator, is that you set your intention. So our goal is to make some art, to find some new interesting things to photograph, and just kind of see where the adventure takes us. And it looks like we're headed to the football stadium. I'm not sure how close we'll be able to get to that, but let's give it a Now that I'm nearby, I realize that this point isn't really at the stadium per se. What it appears to be is a little closer to the law school, so I think I'm gonna try to move that direction, and I will check back in. Hey folks, looks like we are pretty close to the void, so I'm here parked, and I will make my way towards it, and we'll see. So the GPS keeps hopping around a bit. I think the closest thing we have here is this tree right behind me. At first I thought it was taking me to this sign here, and then I thought maybe it was somewhere in this field behind me. But as I moved around and poked around a little bit, the GPS kept losing its position. So somewhere between here and the stadium. So I'll do a little bit more poking and take some photos and see what we can see. But here there were some interesting wildflowers that I think I could have gotten a shot of had I had the tripod. But the background was pretty busy, so I don't really feel like I missed out on a whole lot. So we will give it another shot and see if we find something more interesting to shoot. Oh, as a side note, I'm shooting a Canon T2i DSLR. It's older by modern specs, but I mostly shoot film, so as far as my digital needs go, it meets them. And I'm using a Thingify Pinhole Pro S pinhole attachment. I'm hesitant to call it a lens, although it attaches to the bayonet mount since it has no lens. But so far I've been practicing with this a little bit. It's not quite as sharp as I would expect from a DSLR and a laser cut pinhole. It's a little bit soft, but I'm getting better at it, and I'm getting better at nailing the exposure. So I found that my light meter app does not quite get me to the right spot here. It tends to for film and for paper negatives, but for whatever reason, for the way that the pinhole interacts with the DSLR, it tends to be off quite a bit. So what tends to be best is for me to look around, get a feel for about what that might be, make a scientific wild-ass guess, and then start playing with shutter times, plus or minus 3 stops on each one, and that kind of, seems to be the faster way of doing it rather than using the light meter. So that's what I'm carrying around today. I also have a populist pinhole that I made, and I'm shooting Loma Chrome Metropolis in that. If anything kind of that would look good in muted colors, I'll probably pull that out and see how that goes. So while we're on that note, let's see where our next location is. And we still want to make some good art. Where's that? Aha. Hey there. So I accidentally closed my Randonautica app, so I lost the exact point, but I'm probably plus or minus 10 yards from it. It brought me to my friend's house, where I got to talk to my friend for the first time from quarantine from a quarter of a block away. So that was a lot of fun. Whether or not I find any pictures here, it was good to have some socializing, since this is pretty much the first time I've seen someone outside of my household since mid-March. So thanks, Quantum Random Number Generator. Whew, alright, it's well and truly toasty out there. It's pushing 85 now. So what's kind of fun is that it brought me to my friend's house, as I think I told you previously, and not quite, a block or so away. Almost exactly 1 block away. And I found an interesting collection of some things that are in a yard. There were 3 things that were all kind of the same shade of blue, and that kind of stuck out at me. So I decided to stand there in the street, take a few photos nearby. Yeah, so that was pretty interesting and something that I didn't expect. It was nice to be brought to a friend's house. So let's go ahead and see where our next location is before I melt. And hey there. So I checked, I thought of something, my intent was spooky, and I hit void, I think it was, or maybe anomaly, and it brought me to basically another one of my friend's house. And the spot is just a little off the road, but it's a little bit rough to get to, so we're gonna try it again and see what happens. Drop one right next to me. Alright, other side of the interstate. It's going to take me a little bit to get there.